When the government brings somebody into a criminal investigation, a whole series of complications begin for that individual. They start to spin out of control and feel as though so much of their life is going to be missing. They're worried about being separated from their community, from the people they love. And they have no idea about what's going to take place while they're in prison. That's the reason that we wanted to profile some of the alumni, some of the people that were in that state at one point in their lives, but now they're on the other side of the journey. These are people who have worked with prison professors for a sustained period of time, but they didn't only go through our courses, they mastered the courses and then began building their own courses as a contribution to our community. So if you look at one of our first alumni that we began to profile, her name is Celeste. And Celeste is really an amazing story for a lot of reasons. One is that she was serving a 30-year sentence in federal prison. And see, when we began the Prison Professors nonprofit, we were really striving to build a body of work that would help our advocacy in bringing forward pathways for people to earn freedom through merit. And that would include the expansion of the First Step Act so that it would include all people, regardless of offense or regardless of nationality. We wanted to create pathways that would incentivize the pursuit of excellence. And to do it, we needed to gather data of showing people who are working on building a better outcome for themselves. And we needed to get started. We started with zero, with a blank canvas. Today, if you look at our leaderboards, you'll see that we have more than 5,300 people who are participating. But a lot of that began because of Celeste. You see, I started reaching out to people in jails and prisons across America and inviting people to get involved in our profiles program. We wanted them to document why they were something more than what the pre-sentence investigation report said about them. Because all of us as human beings, we all make decisions at one stage in our life that, we probably regret. But that doesn't block us from going on to build something more meaningful. And if you're going into the system and you're feeling that stage of loss and you're being attacked by the media or by the statement that prosecutors are making against you, and you know that you're something more, well, we encourage you to use all of our free courses at Prison Professors. You don't need to wait for somebody else to do this for you. You simply need the guidance. And if you have that guidance, you can start building a record. That's what Celeste did. And she didn't only start advocating for herself and building a body of work that shows all the ways that she has tried to change her life. She tried to influence hundreds of other people who were with her inside of the Aliceville Federal Prison. She was serving a 30-year sentence when she began. And I met her or started to interact with her just by reaching out to prisons, and she was one of the early respondents. But she also became a very effective ambassador. And you could read her story just by clicking on her card, and you could read what I have to say about her. But what's more important is not what I have to say, it's what she's doing. She is now a full ambassador with us at Prison Professors. And this section here that's blank right above the section where I do my video, that is where she's going to be able to start recording her own curriculum and the things that she is doing today to contribute to our ministry, to contribute to our mission. Everything at Prison Professors is free. I frequently say you don't need to hire a prison consultant. You just need to learn, what can I do? What are the best possible strategies that I could use to build a body of work that will help others see me, not for the crime, but rather how I responded and what I am doing positively. And anybody can get an outstanding example of that by looking at Celeste Blair's profile. You can see it right there on her page. There's a section there that says go to her profile. And if you click the profile, you'll load it up and you'll see just what an amazing person she is, and somebody who, even though she had to serve a decade in prison, she got clemency from the president, and she is now home working to try and help other people understand what steps they can take to build a better future for themselves. And I hope that that's some strategy that you're going to be using as well. I know that if you're a member of the Prison Professors community, you're looking for guidance, well, you could find it from our alumni. And you could find it from our lessons, or rather from our lessons, you could find how you could start sowing seeds today for the best possible outcome. Don't let this experience define the rest of your life. Start working to build a body of work that will help you advocate for the best outcome, regardless of what stage of the journey you're in, whether you're facing a government investigation, whether you're having to assess whether to plead guilty or go to trial, whether you're working through the pre-sentence investigation report, whether you're getting ready for sentencing or for a journey through prison, or you're out of prison and you're trying to build a pathway that will help you, help advance you as a better candidate for early termination of supervised release. We offer all kinds of free resources at Prison Professors, and I hope that you will participate actively in our community. You could also, if you have questions, feel free to use our artificial intelligence, which you could get right at the bottom of our site. Let's see if I go to the home page of our site. You'll see, actually, I don't think you could see it on this screen. Let me see if I could bring that up there so that you can see it. It's right there at the bottom of our screen. Let me see if I could show it to you. Yeah, you'll see that little button right there. Well, if you click that little button like that, you'll come to our section on artificial intelligence, and you could just ask any question you want. And we work to develop this artificial intelligence regularly. Why? Because we want you to get responses that'll help you make better decisions, that'll help you architect a strategy to get the best possible outcome. I am Michael Santos, the founder of Prison Professors. I want to welcome you to our community. I hope that you find value in reading about our alumni and other people who are really striving and working on behalf of everybody in federal prison or even state prisons to try and create more pathways for people to earn freedom through merit. We believe in you.